Happy Thursday to you. Hola, dzień dobry. Which other countries do we cover? Portugal. Hello.
Hello.
Because I can't remember off the top of my head how to say hello in Portuguese. So apologies to my Portuguese cousins. So we are back in the Enchanted Wood. We have Tinker, a fully restored to health Tinker, back today. So Tinker is going to be doing the reading. We are back in the Enchanted Wood, like I say. We are on a new chapter called today. What did we say? Chapter 17. 17. We're on an invitation from Moonface and Silky.
So yeah.
So new adventure. Okay, I will take over. Tinker it away.
Okay. Nobody had really enjoyed their visit to the Rocking Land, which had been a mistake. Anyhow, they sat in the Moonface's house, untying their shoes from their backs and fronts and looking at all the bruises they had got. "What shall we do with these cushions?" said Beth. "Moonface could do with them, I expect," said Franny. "He uses such a lot for his slippery sip, don't you?" "Moonface? Yes, they do very well," said Moonface, his big face beaming joyfully. "Some of mine are getting very old and worn. We can't possibly give them back to that cross old woman in the Rocking Land, so you might as well put them to use here." "Right," said Joe, and he handed Moonface his 2 cushions. Everyone else did the same. Moonface was pleased. He poured lemonade for everyone, then handed round a little box full of what looked like all sorts of toffee. "I don't feel as if I ever wanted to see what land is at the top of the faraway tree again," said Joe, as he munched a peculiar piece of toffee which seemed to get bigger and bigger in his mouth instead of smaller. "Neither do I," said Moonface. "I certainly never will," said Franny. "It seems as if there are never any lands that worth visiting. They are all most uncomfortable." "Except my little land," said the Saucepan Man, rather mournfully. "I was always very comfortable there." Joe's toffee was now so big that he couldn't say a word. Then it suddenly exploded in his mouth, went nothing, and left him feeling most astonished. "Oh dear, did you take a toffee shock?" said Moonface, noticing Joe's surprised face. "I'm so sorry, take a different one." "No, thank you," said Joe, feeling that one toffee shock was quite enough. "I think we'd really better be going. It must be getting late." What's going to happen to the old Saucepan Man now that he's lost his land?" asked Beth, picking up a yellow cushion ready to slide down the tree. "Oh, he'll live with Mr. What's-his-name," said Moonface. Hello, he's taken a toffee shock by mistake. Oh, do watch him." They all watched. The Saucepan Man's toffee shock had got enormous and he was about to explode. It did, and went back down to nothing again in his mouth. The Saucepan Man blinked his eyes and looked so astonished that everyone shouted with laughter. "That was a toffee shock you were eating," said Moonface. A coffee clock," said the Saucepan Man, even more surprised. "Dear me! Come on," said Beth, giggling. "It's time we went. See you another day, Moonface. Goodbye, Saucepan Man." She shot off down the slide, round and round and out of the trapdoor at the bottom. Then Franny slid off, and then Joe. "Goodbye," he called. "Goodbye." Mother was astonished to see their bruises. "Whatever have you been doing?" she said. "I shan't let you play with the Saucepan Man again if you come home like this. And how dirty your clothes are." Joe longed to tell his mother about the Rocking Land and their adventure there, but he felt sure that she wouldn't think he was making it up. So he said nothing and went off to change his dirty clothes. Things did not go very well the next week. Father lost some money one night and said Mother could not get very much washing to do. So money was very scarce and the children did not have as much to eat as they would have liked. "If only we could have a few hens," sighed Mother. "They would at least give us eggs to eat, and a little goat would give us milk." "And what I want is a new garden shovel," said Father. "Mine broke yesterday and I can't get on with the garden. It's very important that we should grow as many vegetables as possible, for we can't afford to buy them." To make things worse, their father was very cross with them for having spoiled their clothes the day that they had gone off with the Saucepan Man. "If that's the way you treat the only nice clothes you have, you will just have to stay at home and not go out at all," he scolded. The children did not like being scolded, and Beth mended their clothes as nicely as she could. 2 weeks went by, and the children had not even had 2 hours to themselves to go and see Moonface, He'll be wondering what has happened to us, said Franny. Moonface certainly was wondering. He had waited each day and each night to see the children, and he and Silky wondered what was the matter. We'll send the barn owl with a note to tell the children to come quickly, said Silky at last. So she slipped down the faraway tree to the hole where the barn owl lived. She knocked at his door, and he pecked it open. What is it? He asked in a hoarse voice. Oh, Barney dear, will you take this note to the children at the little cottage over by the wood? Asked Silky in her sweetest voice. You're going out hunting tonight, aren't you? Yes, said the barn owl, and he took the note in one of his great clawed feet. I'll take it. He slammed the door shut behind him and rose into the air on great creamy wings, as silent as the wind. He flew to the children's cottage. They were in bed asleep. Barney sat on the tree outside and screeched loudly. The children awoke with a jump. Whatever's that? Said Beth. Joe came into the room. Did you hear that? He asked. Whatever could it be? The barn owl screeched again. He certainly had a dreadful voice. The children jumped. Joe went bravely to the window and looked out. Is anyone being hurt? He called. Me! Screeched that owl again, and Joe nearly fell out of the window with fright. The barn owl spread his great soft wings and flew to Joe. He dropped the note onto the windowsill, screeched again, and flew off into the night to look for mice and rats. It was a barn owl, said Joe. If it left a note. Quick, turn on your bedside lamp and let's see what the letter says. They turned the lamp on and crowded round the note. This is what it said. Dear Joe, Beth and Franny, why don't you come to see us? Are you upset? Please come soon. Because there is a wonderful land at the top of the tree now. It is land to take what you want. If you want anything, you can usually get it there for nothing. Do you come and we'll all go together. Love from Moonface and Silky. Ooh, said Franny, excited. The land to take what you want. Well, I'd like to get a few hens. And I'd like a goat, said Beth. And I'd like a new shovel for Father, said Joe. But then he frowned. I'd quite made up my mind not to go up to any more of those strange lands, he said. You just never know what might happen there. We'd better not go. Oh, Joe, cried Beth, please let us go. After all, if there is a nice land, we might as well visit it. Shh, you'll wake up Mother, said Joe. We'll see tomorrow what happens. If we can get some time to ourselves, we'll go and ask Moonface if the land is really safe to go. Now we'd better go to bed and sleep. But they didn't sleep much. No, they were all wondering what the land of Take What You Want was like and if they were really going to visit it tomorrow.
And tomorrow we will go to the land of Take What You Want. I can remember that's a good land, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it goes wrong.
It goes wrong. Invariably,
like everything.
The visits to the lands go wrong in some shape or form.
Every single one.
Okay. What would you get if you went to the land of Take What You Want? What would you
A pet
be looking
red
for?
panda.
A pet red panda, yes. Oh, of course, yes.
I know I've adopted one, but that I don't
But
get
at
to
the moment
see
we
it
can't
now.
go and see it. Yeah, so I'm trusting that the zoo is looking after your
This
red
is-
panda.
Like,
Oh yes,
I've got
it is a bit
my
of an
red
homage.
pandas
Homage to red pandas.
and Pusheen.
Yes, that's what a red panda looks like. For those people wondering what a red panda looks like, doesn't really look like a regular panda. And that's a regular panda. Okay, and that's koalas. Molly likes koalas as well as regular pandas.
And tigers.
And tigers, yeah.
Clearly.
Yeah. Right, and there's quite an homage to Pushy
Yeah.
here as well. Right, okay, let's say
Anyway.
TTFN.
Ta-ta
We
for
will be back
now.
in the land of Take What You Want tomorrow to see what happens there.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.